Hello guys, how are you? I'm back with another video on AWS services. I'm going to cover the Amazon Redshift part here, and the contents are: what is a data warehouse, what is Redshift, its overview, what is its architecture and its features, and how it is going to be compatible. And two things are keys and unload functions of Redshift. So let's go into the details. Let's see what is a data warehouse. Is a storage system consisting of huge amount of data from a business or a particular organization. It combines the information from different resources and perform the analytical and business reporting on top of that. So we are going to bring some useful insights of the huge data and perform some reporting like how is my sales going for a particular period of time. It has the current and historical data at a single place. So the data stored in the warehouse is uploaded from the different operational systems, which could be a marketing or a sales data. And the cleansing of the data is to be happen to remove the corrupt or the inaccurate records from the data sets among the huge data that is available on the data warehouse.
Let's go into the overview of the Redshift. Through Redshift, you can query the petabytes of structured and semi-structured data across your data warehouse, operational database, and the data lake using the standard SQL. You can bring the structured data from your data warehouse and semi-structured data such as application logs from the S3, which is available in your data lake, and bring the real-time insights and show it on your applications. You can create a powerful reports and dashboards using your existing BI tools and give the insights from the data. So as an overview, Redshift is going to do a better performance on the huge amount of data across different databases, and it can perform the real-time analysis and create a beautiful dashboards on the BI tool.
Let us see the architecture of Redshift. Redshift has a two components, which is a leader node and a compute node. So the data is going to be stored in the compute nodes, and the request from the different applications is going to be come through the leader node. So let us think the leader node is as a parent node and the compute nodes are the child nodes. So whatever the requests that are going to be made to the Redshift, that should be a GDPC or a ODPC connection. So let's see how it's going to work. When a client application sends a query request to the Redshift, then leader node is going to pick up the query, and it will be compiling the query and do the necessary optimization on the query, and it is going to send the different parts of the query to the compute nodes, and it has all the metadata of the data for the compute nodes, that which compute node is holding the which data, and then the query is going to be different compute nodes, and even within the compute nodes there are the node slices that are available, which will be having the different parts of data again. So when a leader node sends a query to the compute nodes, then compute nodes are going to process the data and bring the whatever the resultant data, and even there will be intercommunication between the compute nodes to transfer the data from one node to another. And then at last, when the data is ready for a particular compute node, then it is going to be passed to the leader node. So leader node is going to aggregate whole of the data and then send back to the client application. So the components are leader node, compute nodes, and within the compute nodes there are the node slices which has the particular data. Let's see the features of Redshift. Redshift is going to work very smart way when compared to the different data warehouses. So let's see the what are the features. It's going to give a faster performance. It is going to work as a massive parallel processing system. So there are multiple compute nodes within the Redshift which is going to work parallelly and give you the results very quickly. It is easy to set up, deploy and manage. It is cost effective. When compared to the different data warehouses, it is going to be a cost effective. Quickly scalable to meet your needs. So within the just few clicks, you can scale your system to a different sizes. Petabyte scalable data warehouses. So you can query from hundreds of GPs to petabytes of data. Result caching. So when you are query a data on top of the Redshift, it is going to capture the result and hold it in the cache. Automated backup. So with some duration, there will be an automated backup of the data in Redshift for a particular period. Fault tolerance. So whenever the data is lost from one of the node and the data is brought again into that node for by having an hard check for the particular period of time. Let us see how much Amazon Redshift is compatible to industry standards. Amazon Redshift is a SQL data warehouse solution which uses the standard ODBC and JDBC connections. You can download the custom jars of JDBC and ODBC of Redshift to connect to Redshift from the Amazon Redshift console. AWS Redshift is integrated with the other AWS services which has built-in commands to load the data into Redshift parallelly into different nodes. You can load the data from Amazon S3, Amazon DynamoDB, EC2 instances and other on-premises servers using SSH connection. Let us see the keys in the Amazon Redshift. Sort key, which determines the order in which the rows in a table are stored. The sort key is going to improve the query performance of the Redshift queries. So instead of reading the whole data, it's going to filter out the majority of data and process the rest of the details. Let's see the dist key. Dist key is most like a partition key in any of the database, which is going to distribute the data into different compute nodes for a Redshift cluster. And then query is going to read the data for a and go to a particular node and read the data instead of reading the whole data. Let us see about the Amazon Redshift onload function. It is used to capture the result from your query and store it into a text or an Parquet format on S3. This enables you to store all your transformations data into an S3 bucket in the required format by you. It could be a text format or a Parquet format. And then you can analyze the data using the Amazon Redshift or Amazon other services which are Amazon Athena, EMR and Amazon SageMaker. In the next video, I will share the details regarding the Amazon Redshift Spectrum and even I will show the hands-on on the Redshift and Redshift Spectrum. Thanks everyone. Please do like, share and subscribe to the Premier Pro channel. Bye bye.